I saw this gobsmackingly bad recruitment ad, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll just have to work it out. You'll just have to wait for the ending. Truly and really, it's frightening. It's frightening, basically. It would be funny and it would be onion material if it weren't so sad. So I'm just going to play that now.
When I was 17, I quoted Zora Neale Hurston's How It Feels to Be Colored Me in my college application essay. The line that spoke to me stated simply, I am not tragically colored. There is no sorrow dammed up in my soul nor lurking behind my eyes. I do not mind at all. At 17, I had no idea what life would bring, but Zora's sentiment articulated so beautifully how I felt as a daughter of immigrants then and now. Nothing about me was or is tragic. I am perfectly made. I can wax eloquent on complex legal issues in English while also belting Guayaquil de mis amores in Spanish. I can change a diaper with one hand and console a crying toddler with the other. I am a woman of color. I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks. I earned my way in, and I earned my way up the ranks of this organization. I am educated, qualified, and competent, and sometimes I struggle. I struggle feeling like I could do more, be more to my two sons, and I struggle leaving the office when I feel there's so much more to do. I used to struggle with imposter syndrome, but at 36, I refuse to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my brilliance. I am proud of me, full stop. My parents left everything they knew and loved to expose me to opportunities they never had. Because of them, I stand here today a proud first-generation Latina and officer at CIA. I am unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you, whoever you are. Know your worth. Command your space.
Really and truly. If those parents of that woman knew anything about what the CIA has been doing in their country and other countries around the world, if they don't know about it, then that's kind of really sad. But if they do know about it and they're okay with their daughter being a part of that awful, awful organization that basically is the, as that author said, the CIA is the invisible army of capitalism. It's just overthrowing governments or meddling in governments constantly and killing people and setting up situations where thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands will be suffering or being tortured or killed. I mean, truly and really, it's just frightening. And the fact that they are weaponizing all these different, the ID poll and the even weaponizing, look, she has anxiety disorder and all that kind of thing. It's like, look how woke we are here. Look how, I hate that word woke being used the way it is, but look how awake we are here, how sort of progressive we are in the CIA. I mean, I don't know, like, I can't imagine actually that it would be it'd be a patriarchal nightmare in the CIA is what I would think. And also, I suppose it depends where you work in there, but the whole aim of the CIA is to meddle in other countries. I don't care what anybody says that is from there, that's what they do. They meddle all over the world. They meddled in my country, they meddled in 50 plus countries since World War II, overthrowing governments, trying to assassinate leaders and all of that. So anyway, I thought that I would show you that just to sort of show what the CIA is trying to do now, is trying to, as Max Blumenthal said, call in the radlibs from all over the world to come and join their organization. And they're also trying to make out as if they're this warm and cuddly and friendly organization as well, and that they're intersectional, that they're totally multicultural, and all the things that that have been really sincerely worked on by people to sort of get get these issues to the fore. They're actually weaponizing them and using them to recruit people. and as a propaganda tool once again to make people think that the CIA is something for the good. The other thing I wanted to show was this speech by oh God, his name has escaped me now. I should have looked at it before I did this video. Reverend Spearwood, I think his name is. He's from the NAACP in North Carolina, and he was giving a speech about Andrew Brown and about how. Well, I'll just play it, and you'll see what he's talking about. He can explain it much better than I, but it's an important speech. It's basically saying enough is enough. The state obviously hates us, and we have to do something about it. So I'll play that. So thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for this. My name's Trish Roberts. You're watching Faint Signals from Vigo. Till next time. Bye for now.
So here, Elizabeth City, he hasn't just been in meetings. He's been in the street. I want you to show a lot of respect and a lot of love for the state of North Carolina NAACP President, Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman.
Thank you, Reverend Drumright. To all of you, my beautiful and loving family, who have been standing by the side of this Brown family as they've endured the hardship that has befallen them. Keep standing with them and keep fighting for them. I am the Reverend Dr. T. Anthony Spearman, and I've come to say that we have come far beyond a time when we have to speak to one another in a coded manner. So let me be clear this afternoon. How can we say anything other than that policing black bodies in this country has become synonymous with killing black people? Those of us who are black and have any age on us know that for generations, as parents and children, have been given the lecture about how to survive in a traffic stop. We all know it. We've all heard it over and over and over again. When the police stop you, keep your hands on the steering wheel. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Answer the questions and say, yes, sir. But time has come for us to tell the truth. This conversation, this lecture that we have been giving to black children, mainly black males for generations, is no longer purposeful, no longer useful, because an extremely corrupt system has rejected us and marked us out as the enemy. And the system will not be satisfied until they bend us or destroy us. This system baits and berates us. This system exhausts and expels us. This system grips and grieves us. This system haunts and hates us. This system radicalizes and ravages us. It even terrorizes and traumatizes us. And if I'm honest, and the sad fact is that black people now know that the position of your hands has nothing to do with if you survive a traffic stop. The police that approach our vehicles are the deciders in chief. They are the masters of our fate and the captains of our souls. And this country, I said this country, continues to give them cover and immunity to keep right on killing us. We've had enough. And we stand here today saying, hell no, not on our watch. Andrew's hands were on the wheel. They were on the steering wheel. Hell no. The execution-style murder of Andrew Brown will not have any lips in history. We demand justice. And this fails squarely on the feet of the policing practices, not just of Pasquotank, but of policing all over this country and at the feet of politicians in Raleigh and Washington, D.C. Yes, we will continue to march peacefully, but we will also act courageously until new bills are introduced and policies are implemented that are liberating, equitable, and fair. If as many white folk were murdered as black folk, you know as well as I do that there would be an avalanche of legislation introduced to address the problem, and they wouldn't waste any time passing that legislation. But because America's tolerance is so high for black pain, we get nothing except 20-second clips from implicated judges that give us little to no insight to how these executions of our young, handsome black men continue. We would be naive to believe that this is not a systemic problem, but we don't see white men being shot down in the streets week after week, and yet it happens so often to black men that the media forces us to move so swiftly from one funeral to the next funeral that we don't have time to live. We don't have time to live. But live we must, my brothers. And live we must, my sisters. And love we must, my brothers. And love we must, my sisters. Because as the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has said, returning hate for hate multiplies hate, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So as we stand here as a collective, yes, filled with outrage and fury, let us stand determined to drive out darkness with light and drive out hate with love. We are they who have withstood the pressurized fire hoses of white rage and the attack dogs of white hostility. But love, somebody say love, love overcomes them all. I am T. Anthony Spearman, and I refuse to pretend that it is acceptable for policing agencies to go to white communities and provide protection for them, but turn right around and come to black communities and patrol us like we were mongrels and canine dogs. We will fight, but not like mongrels. We will fight, but not like thugs. It is our duty to fight. It is our duty to win. And we reject the notion that any state agency can kill Andrew Brown Jr. without justice being served. We will not have it on our watch. Thank you. And we will overcome evil with love. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you.